inspired by the people and passions of the community it calls home. The University of Louisville is committed to opening wide the doors of opportunity, pursuing knowledge and innovation to build a stronger tomorrow, and empowering a bold new generation of leaders, one every bit as ambitious as it is diverse. Together, Cardinals are helping a better world take flight here and beyond. Discover more at louisville.edu. This is Teachable Moments with April podcast, and you guessed it, I'm your host, April. If you're a returning listener and a part of the Teachable Moments with April podcast family, welcome back. For those who are checking me out for the first time, well, hello and welcome. To everyone listening, be encouraged and look for the teachable moments that are all around us. Enjoy. Rise above fear and worry. 30 Days to Fearless Living by Unity Ministries. Some of the questions most frequently asked these days are, how can I see what's happening in the world through spiritual eyes? How can I keep from fear and despair? Fear is nothing but a thought, yet it can dominate people's lives. Let's consider the definition from the Revealing Word, a dictionary about the inner meaning of terms used in spiritual study. Fear. Painful emotion marked by alarm, dread, disquiet. Webster Dictionary. Fear is a paralyzer of mental action. It weakens both body and mind. Fear throws dust in our eyes and hides the mighty spiritual forces that are always with us. Blessed are those who deny ignorance and fear and affirm the presence and power of spirit. Fear and how to overcome. Fear is cast out by perfect love. To know divine love is to be selfless, and to be selfless is to be without fear. The God-conscious person is filled with quietness and much confidence. You might ask how one becomes more God-conscious. Fortunately, the question has been addressed throughout the years by a variety of New Thought writers and thinkers. This content is a collection of spiritual practices for living without fear and quietness and confidence, no matter what is happening around you. Today's content is from Rise Above Fear and Worry, 30 Days of Fearless Living by Unity Ministries. Day 28, 5 Smooth Stones by Reverend Tom Thorpe. Unity gives us 5 smooth stones to use in our overcomings. These are the 5 basic Unity teachings. David, you'll remember, brought down Goliath with his first stone. So too can we overcome any fear when we have developed sufficient skill in using our first stone. There is only one presence and one power in the universe, God, the omnipotent good. Now consider that if God is the only power in the universe, there can be nothing to fear, right? Why then do we have fears? That's a good question, right? We have them because our skill in using this first smooth stone has not been fully developed. We don't completely believe in one presence and one power. Our fears offer proof of our unbelief, if you will. We need to practice to build our skill by using the 4 remaining stones. Our second smooth stone is our own identity in the Christ. Christ, the beloved child of God. Our nature and God's nature are the same, since we are expressions of God. Paul writes, I can do all things through him who strengthens me, found at Philippians 4:13. So can you, and so can I. When from my humanness I feel powerless and defeated, I can remember my divinity, my God-given Christ nature. Through this remembering, I come over to a new understanding. Now, our third smooth stone is our understanding of the formative power of thought. We call this power the law of mind action. It reminds us that our thoughts create our experience. Through our habitually held thoughts, we decide how we will respond to the people, events, and circumstances of our lives. Our response may have no immediate effect on what happens to us. Our response does, however, dictate whether we will see ourselves as victims or know our dominion. Through practice with the third stone, we come over to the understanding that we are lords of our own lives. Our fourth smooth stone is affirmative prayer, the prayer that knows the truth. Through denials, statements that release the grip that error thinking has held on our minds. Remember what denials are now. Let me say it again. Statements that release the grip that error thinking has held on our minds, and affirmations, which are statements that build a strong consciousness of truth. We come over to a clearer view not only of ourselves but also of how God's universe is structured to offer us constant, let me say it again, constant support. And lastly, our fifth smooth stone is next to the first, and it's the most important too. It reminds us to base every thought, word, and action on our growing understanding of the truth we know. As we use this fifth stone more and more, we come over to a renewed awareness of our God-given dominion. As we approach constant God awareness, our first stone will shine with the light of truth that will quickly dissolve any fear. This article originally appeared in Unity magazine. Let's say you have some savings you want to put to work, but let's also say you don't want to hand it over to a bank you've never heard of, or a digital bank where you can never actually talk to anybody. Easy solution. Come to Mission Fed and earn attractive rates on term certificates, and the friendly team at Mission Fed is happy to talk you through all your options. Right now, earn 4.35% APY on a 13-month certificate. Start earning more now and open your account at any Mission Fed branch or visit missionfed.com. APY means annual percentage yield. Minimum opening deposit is $2,000, subject to approval. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit missionfed.com to learn more. You were just listening to Teachable Moments with April podcast. I truly hope you enjoyed this episode. We invite you to stay connected with us on the other social media platforms of ours, which is TikTok, Pinterest, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube. Also, we'd like to invite you to check out our official podcast landing page on podpage.com/teachable moments with April to see all our content in one place and leave personal messages, feedback, and more.